Hi, my name is Grace, and last week our ministry posted a video on dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts. And in that video, I shared a little bit about my personal experience with dealing with depression and dealing with suicidal thoughts. And I thought, suicidal thoughts, okay, tongue twister. So I thought that I would follow up that video with another video sharing a little bit more in depth of my story. And the purpose of sharing is I want to provide you with hope so that you will know that there is a God out there who cares, who loves you unconditionally, and who wants to minister to you and love on you more than anything else. So I just want to share a little bit of my testimony, and I'm going to title this, God Broke Into My Car. Yeah, you heard that right. God broke into my car. And it was awesome. It was so way better than that one time when these other guys broke into my car and stole my wallet. That time was horrible, but this time was awesome. And I was 19 at the time. It was my first true God encounter. And I was just coming out of a very unhealthy relationship. And I had grown up in the church. I had grown up in a Christian home. And I had read the Bible. I knew God's ways. And the relationship that I was coming out of was definitely contrary to God's ways. And so I was just in a world of hurt. I was depressed. I was dealing with loads of guilt and shame. And honestly, I felt like God probably didn't want anything to do with me. I mean, I felt like I was probably just disgusting to God. And so I was at a point where I was sitting in my car, parked at a park, and I had a whole bunch of pills next to me on the passenger seat, and my intention was to take my life by taking a bunch of pills. And so I'm sitting in my car and I'm inconsolable, and I'm just weeping and sobbing, and snot is flying everywhere. I mean, it was ugly. I was ugly crying, and all of a sudden God broke into my car. I mean, literally, it was as if he just came through the roof. The atmosphere in my car completely changed. It was flooded with peace. I mean, the inside of my car was just completely filled with peace. I was filled with peace. I went from one moment, ugly crying, to the next moment, completely still and completely at peace and at rest. And I heard in that moment, I heard God say, I forgive you. And those moments, those words, they changed my life. Like, they washed over my soul. They washed away all the guilt and all the shame that I had been feeling. They washed away everything. And then the atmosphere of the car changed again. And the atmosphere this time was flooded with joy. And I just felt joy rising on the inside of me. And I heard in that moment, I heard God say, you are my missionary, and you will be my missionary wherever you go. And so I was sitting in my car one moment, considering taking my own life. And the next moment, God is giving me a mission, and he's giving me a purpose for living. And so this moment, when God broke into my car and he flooded my life with peace, he flooded my life with joy, and he saved my life essentially, it was life-changing for me. And I share this story with you because I want you to know that God is willing to go to any length to reach you. He's willing to break into your car, break into your house. He ultimately wants to break into your heart, and he wants to offer you a new life, a life filled with peace, a life filled with purpose. And so I offer this story to you tonight just to share, to hopefully provide you with hope, and that you will know that God will go to any length for you. He's even willing to break into your car.